Riddle me this, cartridge blowers fans. What was made famous by a Russian is manufactured by the Japanese and is used primarily by your mom. No, not that. That's gross. Give up? It's Tetris. And that's a game that we don't play, but we do play puzzle games. Yes, I pull on a man's face until it's distended and horrible in Pushmo World. Cody walks Tesla into an incinerator like Edison would have wanted in Teslagrad. And Nikki knows that when it comes to ancient cryptic puzzle boxes, you just kind of jiggle it until it goes in there like the ancients would have wanted in the room. So slide all the pieces of your Wild Hogs jigsaw puzzle off the table in anger and slam your laptop down to watch this episode so hard that the table explodes into its own beautiful splintery puzzle. It's Cartridge Blowers, episode 90. Light a thing, spin a thing, take up a piece of a thing. Now, I, the Quizmaster, have another riddle for you, gentle viewer. Now listen close. Romeo and Juliet are found dead on the floor in a bedroom. When they were discovered, there were pieces of glass and some water on the floor. The only furniture in the room is a shelf and a bed. The house is in a remote location away from everything, except for a nearby railroad track. What caused the death of Romeo and Juliet? The answer? I don't know, but that play is gross. It's like kids meet each other and fucking die? What a fucking tire fire of a play. Jesus Christ.
YNIN Podcasting, part of the EDOC NameLock Interactive Network.
Hello everybody, and welcome to YNIN's Cartridge Blowers, the show where we give video games a second chance to make a first impression. I'm Cody Coleman, and with me, as always, is Nikki Wright. And Matt Crua.
I'm gonna be more excited than she is.
Success! You're more excited than me.
I'm more excited than everybody alive right now.
That's...
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
Achievement unlocked. Good job.
I'm dying, everybody. Just want to let you know.
Well,
Hey, Cody,
yeah?
I think I won the Deadpool.
Did you? I have to check. The Google spreadsheet is under lock and key, so Matt can't find it.
I put the password on it, so when I die, you're not going to be able to check it.
It's cool. I've got it memorized up
I
here.
just have to
Nice.
trust that Nikki's not a liar.
Cool.
All right.
Can't trust that.
No.
So this is the show where in the second half we play video games based around a theme, at least if you ignore last week. And this time it's puzzle games. We'll be playing some puzzle games, and this time it's not a lie. Last week I lied, but this week it's true.
You can't trust any of us, to be honest. It turns out.
Did you go back to? You should go back to the YouTube video.
Yeah.
And whenever you say at the beginning of episode 89 that this week we're playing puzzle games, and you just put a little annotation that says "liar" pointing upward to your face.
Normally I do stuff like that in the actual editing process, but I'll annotate where they can skip to the video that actually has the footage. Yeah, last week was our E3 week, and that took 2 hours. So at that point, Nikki was about to die, and
I was so tired.
I was a little sleepy too. So we just decided we'll record the puzzle games this week. So as a result, probably not going to talk much about games that are coming out. But that's cool.
What's there to talk about, man?
We did all of it last week. Yeah. But yeah, we're still going to talk a little bit. If you want to skip ahead to the puzzle games and you're on YouTube, you can do that by clicking on the timestamp in the description below. And go ahead and subscribe to us, why don't you? If you're watching us live on Twitch, as we are every other Friday, you're just going to have to sit through us talking. There's nothing to click because it hasn't happened yet. I don't know. We don't have future clicking technology here on Twitch.
Why don't we, though?
I don't know. That would be great. but we don't. And also subscribe to us on Twitch. It'd be great.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, hit that button over. I don't know if I'm flipped.
Yeah,
it's
I
down
honestly
here
don't know
somewhere.
where it is. Yeah, somewhere. Just click and subscribe.
Well, I've been doing this myself in our 90 episodes of this show, and you guys just did it. I thinking about it. Why do people point like to buttons and stuff? And I'll probably do it again in the future.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
But like, why do they do that? I feel like that's not giving your viewership enough like mental credit.
You don't know. There could be someone who's just like, I don't see a button. Like they're legit expecting like a red like arcade style button, and they don't see it. But you point, and they're like, oh, that little heart symbol that's not yet green. I should make that shit green.
Yeah.
Ooh, they should.
You should.
Colors are fun.
Yeah.
Colors
also,
are fun.
it's not future-proofing your video, because what if Twitch or YouTube changes their layout like they have? Because like at YouTube, the subscription used to be in the sidebar. Now it's all underneath.
True.
And I did the pointing thing back when it was in the sidebar. And now if you look at those videos,
I've seen those videos in the present.
Yeah.
And kinda.
You look stupid anyway. It's okay.
Well, yeah, but I look stupid for a non-biological reason.
Right.
Now, so, you know. Anyway, beyond all that crap, what have we played? Anything fun? It's only been a week this time.
I've watched a lot of person play games.
Yeah, that's another thing you get if you subscribe to our Twitch channel.
Right? How
Matt
cool
plays
is
a lot of
that?
games.
Yeah, I've been streaming a lot this week. Trying to get maybe at least a couple nights a week for the foreseeable future. But yeah, we played a lot of stuff this week. You can go to most of it's on YouTube. In fact, all of it should be on YouTube now.
Okay. Even last night's stuff?
Even today's stuff.
Oh my god! Wow.
I know, it's a quick turnaround because it's unedited. Yeah, so just had some free time. Figured we would stream some stuff. So we streamed some stuff that we never streamed before.
Oh yeah, like what?
Well, 2 days ago, first thing we streamed, we had Street Fighter V.
Oh my goodness!
Which is not something you would probably normally see on our channel.
No, I haven't actually watched Street Fighter V footage at all, other than trailers. So yeah.
Really,
yeah.
It's good. It's a good game. Despite all of like the hoopla around the fact that it's unfinished, it's still a great fighting game because it's Street Fighter. So it's going to be a great fighting game. If you go back and you check out our stream from this week, which should be on the Cartridge Blowers Guide and Playlist, it's Joe actually playing. Since I'm bad at Street Fighter. I haven't been good at a Street Fighter since 2.
20 years ago.
2 Turbo, mind you.
So even sooner, even more recent, yeah.
And maybe 19 and a half years ago. But, yeah, Joe's pretty decent. You can see him play against randoms from online. We had this weird thing happen where... so there's supposed to be a matchmaking system in the game, right? That puts you together with people of your skill level. And Joe's rank 39,000 in the world out of 400,000 people or something.
That's
it's pretty good.
Still pretty impressive, yeah.
So you would think he gets a lot of people around 38,000, 40,000, whatever. But right before we started streaming, it was Joe versus rank 130.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did he get decimated?
Yeah. And I was mad. I was like, dang it, we were just about to stream this and we didn't get this one on the stream because that was hilarious. It was a guy from Korea who I'm assuming he just plays Street Fighter all the time and does nothing else.
Gets frame perfect shit.
Yes.
Let's see.
Which I couldn't do that.
I could never fucking frame count anything.
Yeah.
That's insane. It moves way too fast for me.
People who just know frame data for fighting games is insane to me. I don't get it. But more power to them, Yeah,
absolutely.
It's just, it's a skill that I don't and probably could never have.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I envy your skill. Because you can decimate me in fighting games forever.
Yeah, any game, even if I've never played it and you've never played it.
Yeah,
like,
you win.
Yeah,
right.
you have this natural ability. And just knowing the frame data, having all that math in your head, it's crazy. I don't know. But it's a good stream. And then we streamed a game that Ambi had talked to us about a long time ago. And I didn't remember that she talked to us about it until she mentioned it on Facebook. But it's a game called Dead by Daylight. And yeah, it's an asymmetrical horror game where it's 4 survivors versus 1 killer.
Okay.
And you can either play as a survivor or the killer. And if you're a survivor, your job is to survive. And if you're a killer, your job is to kill.
Oh, I thought it was pet puppies.
And that.
It's like the best game of tag.
Yeah. Well, I mean, literally what Dead by Daylight is tag. Yes, it is. That's pretty much what it is. It is very violent tag. It's a really fun game, honestly, for a game that is was just released and is really still it's officially released, but this is still in beta. They're patching it weekly, so but it's fun. I don't know. There's it's the same game, but every experience is different because the maps are kind of procedurally generated.
Right on.
And I just really like being a survivor. You can, you basically, as a survivor, you have no weapons. There's nothing you can do to fight. All you can do is run and hide.
You can't strangle them with your ascot or anything?
No. Oh. Sadly, no ascot attacks.
That's unfortunate.
Missed opportunities.
Right?
Indeed, yeah. That'll be a character in Street Fighter, actually. Fred from Scooby-Doo. But, so, as a survivor, you can go into... your goal is to turn on various generators, repair them, and then open a door. But you also have some items you can take with you, like a health kit or a map that helps you find other people, which is actually the major drawing point of the game to me, is that there's no voice chat.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's no such thing as voice chat in this game. You're not allowed to communicate with your teammate because that's part of what gives an advantage to the 1 versus 4.
Right.
Yeah.
And that would just be such a huge detriment to the experience.
Yeah.
I don't need to know how many people have sex with my mom that are also 12. So,
Is the answer more than 1?
Well, if video game voice chat has anything to say about it, probably.
Sure, yeah. As a survivor, you have to just basically hide, run, and it gets really tense. It's a legitimately scary game. And then as the killer, you're in first-person mode instead of third-person, and you have to hunt them down with your limited field of vision, but you are physically far more capable. And there's 3 different killers who have different abilities. 1 can turn invisible, which is ridiculous.
Oh, shit. What? Yeah. That's overpowered. All right.
Yeah, but then
so Predator.
When you pretty much, but when you become visible again, there's a small delay on it, and a sound is made, like this creepy bell tolls, okay. And so people know you're becoming visible somewhere on the map. And whenever you're close to someone as the killer, when a killer is close to you as a survivor, you hear a heartbeat get louder and louder and louder and louder the closer they are to you, so you can know.
Even if they're invisible?
No, if he's invisible, you don't hear the heartbeat. But when he becomes visible, suddenly there's no heartbeat, and then just bum, 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 he's behind the fucking corner. And you need to run or stay perfectly still and hope he doesn't see you.
That game sounds fun.
It's really great.
There was this really fun moment where Joe hid behind a bush or something, and you watched as the killer just walked right by you.
I think that might have been me hiding.
Was it you hiding?
Because we have very different play styles. Joe runs around a lot, and I will walk and crouch and not interact whatsoever.
You were just hidden behind the smallest bush, and and the killer just was do.
You have as the killer, you have a reduced field of vision. So before I uploaded it to YouTube, I watched the video, not all the way through. I just skipped around to make sure its sound was working right and everything. And I skipped to this part where I was the killer and chasing someone through a house. I remember doing that. And I noticed that I totally walked by a dude hiding. Like not even like hiding well. He's like, I'm literally physically next to him with nothing between us. I just run past him because I'm so focused on the other guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, why didn't anyone tell me that guy was like sitting right there? And yeah, so that's Dead by Daylight. It's $17 on Steam right now. It's pretty good.
Cool.
$20 normally, so it's not a bad price for a fun game that's still being, having stuff added to it. Then yesterday, I guess 2 days ago now, was two momentous occasions. I was going to celebrate one because 2 days ago was the Nintendo 64's 20th birthday.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, we're old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was the 20th anniversary of the launch date of the N64, and so I was going to play some random 64 games, but I was having technical difficulties with my Nintendo 64, and
damn cart's just breaking.
Yeah, I should tell you guys about the technical difficulties after we're recording.
Okay.
But yeah, so instead we celebrated a different anniversary, which was Sonic the Hedgehog's 30th.
25th, wasn't it?
Is it 25th? I might have said 30th.
I thought it was 25th.
25th makes more sense.
We're not that old.
I like to think like Sonic is like just barely younger than me. But so yeah, we played the best Sonic Genesis game, which is Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I say best in quotes. I mean, obviously Sonic Spinball is the best.
Sure.
And then, of course, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and
Sure.
Sonic 3D Blast. And if you hooked up, the 32X, Knuckles Chaotix is, of course, better. But after those, it's definitely Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Right.
No, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is the best. It is a fantastic game. So Joe and I co-opted through that on stream. And
though, watching you guys play through it.
Co-op,
because mostly you just probably were holding the controller until he said, "I need to fly up, please."
I mean, that's.
And then you would run off a fucking platform. That's.
Yes, that's what co-op in Sonic 2 and 3 is, though. Because Tails is utterly useless. The camera doesn't follow him. I can't collect items. I can collect rings, but I can't hit boxes. I can drown even.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Tails never dies.
He always finds his way back.
Yes, he's immortal. So Joe's Sonic because he knows the game a lot better. I was Tails because I'm Tails, and and it was a good time. I mean, every time I feel like being Tails is important because I can go and attack bosses when Sonic has no rings. I can, fly him up to places he wouldn't be able to normally get to. Like, for instance, there are some instances where we, missed some of the bonus room rings, and instead of, going back to the level, I flew him up back to where we fell.
Right.
and saved, 10 minutes, or got back to a ring we couldn't have possibly gotten back to.
That's cool.
There. Yeah, no. And then also sometimes Joe would answer a text message, and so then I would pick him up and fly him into spikes.
Which is really the thing you love most about co-op platformers.
No, indeed. We should play New Super Mario Brothers WiiU.
Yeah.
That game's great. Poison water is amazing.
Just fucking jump into each other and never ever make a goddamn jump.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think when I played 3D World, I was not nearly as malicious as I was in New Super Mario Brothers, and I think it's because 3D World, I really, really love that game. Yeah. And New Super Mario Brothers is good, but I'm okay with just messing up everybody's experience of this game. 3D World, I want you to enjoy this game with me because I enjoy it, and I'm glad that you enjoy it too. Let's have a fun time. New Super Mario Brothers. Oh, hey, a Prada plant. You should kiss it.
Yeah, I've played that game with you in California. I died a lot.
It's great. It's great. It's great game.
Damn.
So yeah, we streamed Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is a long game because it's 2 games put together. But really, it's just 1 game. They split it up. Sonic 3 is unfinished by itself.
Yeah.
So
and you had that gorgeous border for Sonic and Knuckles that you had.
Yeah, what was that about?
It's from this YouTube video that is a remix of one of the Knuckles raps.
Okay.
Where, from Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2, where he's like, "My name is Knuckles, I don't chuckle, I gotta shuffle, blah, blah, blah." But they've changed all of the words that aren't Knuckles to say Knuckles. My name is Knuckles, I got Knuckles, I don't knuckle, I knuckle, which is great. It's the best song ever. And that's the background for the song. And so I was like, that's the border for our playthrough.
There's a bunch of weird drawings of Knuckles and then an anime lady.
Right.
Yes, it's perfect. But yeah, no, I'm really proud of the Sonic thing because we went all the way through it. We got unlocked Super Sonic.
Yeah, you did.
Almost got Hypersonic, and found out a new way to beat the game at the very end.
Really?
I don't want to spoil that one for you. Please go watch it.
Go watch it.
All right.
But apparently, so at one point we tell the story about how Joe, during the Carnival Zone in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, there's this part where you're supposed to press up and down on a platform. And as a kid, Joe didn't know how to do that, so he and his brother would glitch through it.
Really?
Which is incredibly hard to do, and definitely not what you're supposed to do, but they thought that it was what you were supposed to do. And so, like, at the final boss battle, it's kind of a moment of clarity like that, where it's like, oh, you can press a button and actually make this doable. But as a kid, apparently, he would just do it the hardest possible way.
Right?
Which is...
Well, we couldn't be
Very
like,
Joe.
oh, hang on, game facts.
Right,
Oh, yeah, okay,
kid,
I can do this. You know, it's like, oh, shit, what do I do?
Yeah, why is that not in the instruction booklet then?
Right?
So yeah, streamed Sonic 3 and Knuckles. You can find that on YouTube. And lastly, today streamed some Mario Maker. Played some of my own levels. Played some viewer levels. I made 2 new levels that I'm really proud of, so I wanted to show them off.
Okay.
And one that's based on Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh, wow.
It's a great level. And then played some viewer levels and played some levels from a stream that I started watching a couple days ago called Mario Lab.
Okay.
He normally makes levels and plays viewer requests, but he makes some really insanely good levels, so it was fun to play through them. So you can check that out on YouTube, right up there.
Nah, no.
No? You don't think they're going to change it to be on top?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. At the very least, you know, if the pointing stops working, just go to youtube.com/YNIN pod.
Yeah. Flip the video.
Yeah. All right. So, anything else you play?
Civilization?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I met Dylan today.
You did. Congratulations.
Yeah, I was feeling good about it.
Yeah.
And I got sacked by a barbarian for like 8 turns.
Oh, shit.
Sucked. I had no one to fight him with. Yeah. I sent all my guys away. I was like, I don't know why I did that. I have a barbarian camp like right next to my main city. But you know, fuck it, whatever.
Right on.
And other than that, I've just been like before streaming, I played Grand Theft Auto 5 a little bit just because I felt like messing around with it. It's a fun game online with other people. When it works, it's kind of janky.
Yeah.
And then I watched people on Twitch. That was fun. CEO fighting game tournament going on right now. It's really great.
Really?
So watching the Smash Brothers pools for the tournament, and it's great because all of like the normal greatest players are in losers bracket now. They got beat by just randos from the street. It's great.
Whoa, cool.
Like the guy who was supposed to be like shoe-in for second place, he got beat by some girl who played Bowser Jr., who was not a top-tier character in that game. And she was interviewed on stage, and they were like, so who are you? Where'd you come from? How'd you get so good? She was like, I just play online. I just play for glory. It's cool. It's like, wow, that was great. She did really well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. So it's been fun. I like it. I like watching underdogs win, and apparently so does the crowd. They always will cheer against anyone who wins a lot. Anyway,
I think that's good though. It's, get new blood in there
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Smash tournament scene, the one guy won every tournament for an entire year.
Oh, and that's boring.
Every tournament, yeah. I mean, he's still really good, but I mean, he got sent to losers today by someone who plays Palutena, who is not a top tier character again.
Wow.
Yeah, he plays the number one guy, Zero. He plays, I think, Zero Suit Samus and Diddy Kong, who are great characters.
Yeah.
And Palutena is not. She's mid tier. But yeah, so it's I like seeing upsets. Upsets are fun.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely make things way more interesting.
Yeah, and it's the only kind of esports I can watch. Really, I don't fighting games are cool. I don't really get MOBAs and stuff, but fighting games I can watch all day.
Right on. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for me.
Nikki, you play anything?
No.
No. Right on. I beat Citizens of Earth. Finally, yeah. It's it was
disappointing.
Yeah, that ending is super long and frustrating. So, okay,
you can spoil it.
I won't play it. I don't really need to spoil it, but what I can say what's frustrating about it is I don't know. Okay, so this game is basically Earthbound meets Suikoden, which it sounds like a great idea, and at first it is a great idea, and there are a lot of really unique things which I'll talk about in just a second, but for the most part you inevitably get to the point where things are just grinding for really long periods of time between the cool shit, and then you get to the ending, which I was trying to put off so that I could do all of the challenges until I realized that the only challenge I had left was to get all of my characters to level 30, and that was going to take a million years. So I decided I'll just fucking beat the game. And so you get a quick cinematic of a handful of the characters basically cheering you on, and then you fight the guy, the end villain. And then you attack them once, and then it cuts away and goes to another quick cinematic with another handful of your characters who cheer you on. And then you hit the villain again, and then it cuts to another cinematic of a handful of characters in the game, over and over and over again with a loading screen in between each one.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it takes for fucking ever.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
And the level of interaction that you have is completely unnecessary because there's no way you can lose. So
I mean, I was gonna say it kind of sounds like the last boss from Earthbound, where Paula uses the pray command and it reaches out to all of the people you've met along your journey, and they give you power and strength and whatever allows you to beat the final boss. Load times add a new little hitch to that, though.
It really does.
Yeah.
And that's one of the bad things about this game is you get a lot of load times, and none of them are fast. They are all long.
Is it a graphically intensive game?
No, it is not. It is 2D, and it's not a bad looking game, but it's certainly far from a top tier looking game. Also, glitchy as shit. You can walk through so many things you're not supposed to be able to walk on. You can run over, if you get the car, you can run over birds that are perched high atop cacti, just because the cacti tend to overlap the street. So it doesn't take into consideration that you really can't run them over because they're high above you. But since the car technically collides with the bird, you can kill it.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. The quality assurance testing for this game. There was a tester. I watched the credits. There was one. And not good. He wasn't good. He didn't do his job super well. But So that's the problem with the game. The battles are a little bit like, they're kind of like Earthbound in that, you know, you're facing the guys and every animation for every attack is exactly the same.
Yeah.
And that makes them kind of boring. Yeah.
Earthbound's battle system is the worst part of it.
No, like, if they had a different battle system, I would have no problems with it.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, but the battle system is shit. And for some reason they decided to take that. I don't understand. However, it is a funny game. It is a pretty-ish game. And they did figure out how to do a few unique things with some of the characters. So, like, you have a farmer, and she can do some direct attacks, but mostly she will plant something in the ground, and you have to water it and take care of it. And if you can do that, then you can harvest that plant and unleash a devastating attack, or heal your entire party completely, or give all of the mana back to all of your party, and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty unique. There's a soda jerk who basically, since soda is based on the idea of it gives you caffeine, which gives you a lot of energy, and then later on you'll get a crash, all of his attacks take the, I'm going to give you something good now, but if you don't fucking kill this enemy before like 2 or 3 turns, something bad's going to happen to you.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And there's a lot of little things like that where they were really, really kind of clever with the attacks for their characters. However, at the same time, I had a healer, and I want to be able to fucking heal all of my characters. And then I had a character who was my very first one, and by the time I really got other characters, he was so far ahead of levels from everyone else.
Welcome to Unbalanced RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those 2 characters were in my party forever, and I would trade out the third person occasionally.
Like, that's every Final Fantasy probably ever.
Really?
Like 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Yeah, if you don't cycle the characters in and out and get them at least 1 hit, you're going to have characters that are going to be, like, top level, and then others that are level 1.
I mean, even then, it's just like, you know, the characters that you have with you the longest are going to be the most powerful.
Sure.
Like, even, like, Final Fantasy VII has a system, and I think 8 has this too, where your characters level even when they're not in your party, and they'll match up to you.
See, I like that.
Right, but, I mean, it still doesn't matter because there's got to be a benefit to having a character in your party in the leveling system, and so there is. And so they gain, like, in 7, they gain materia, or in 8, they'll be able to, you know, gain more relationship with their GFs. Or in 10, they're further along on the sphere grid. And so, like, those characters who are with you from the beginning are just far more powerful. Oran, like, there's no reason to use any character in Final Fantasy X other than Oran. Like, every other character is useless compared to him. In 7, there's no reason not to have Cloud in your party. There's no reason really not to have Squall in your party in 8. It's just, you know, because they're so good.
Yeah. Yeah, they tried to kind of get around that in this game with the teacher character, in that you could send your characters to school so that they can learn as time progresses throughout the game, and then when they're done, they have more experience. But at the same time, you're still not going to be able to catch up a level 5 character to your now level 50 fucking brother character or whatever.
Right.
And I'm glad they did something, but it was really not enough. It becomes helpful a little later in the game when you have a lot of money, because buying things in that game is mostly useless. So you end up having a lot of money to send people to school, and if you get the scientist, you can advance time, so you don't really have to wait, because it's in-game hours. Like, you can spend $10,000 to put someone in school for 8 in-game hours, which can be grueling, and you'll forget you have that character by the time the school is up, unless you have the scientist, in which case you can just advance time 8 hours anyway, immediately. So while the game has its really good unique benefits to it, the negatives just make it too boring for me to really suggest. I wouldn't have played it through to completion if I didn't like having something that mindless to do while I, like, watch TV or something with my wife. So, you know,
But you're the president of Earth in that game, right?
Vice president.
Oh, you're not even the real president?
No, the real president's an idiot.
Yeah, what a bag of garbage.
Yeah.
What a tire fire that game is.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all. That's really all I played. I'll be maybe playing Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, or get back to Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze as my Wii U game.
You should play Final Fantasy X.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was not what I expected.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's that. Should we get into playing our games? Because there's nothing more to talk about.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, so like I said at the beginning of the show, we will be playing puzzle games for our theme this week. And I think I have Matt up first.
That's me. I'm Matt. Hi.
Hi. What's
Hi,
up?
Matt.
I'm Matt. Nice to meet you. I played a puzzle game.
Yeah, good.
It is good, isn't it? I was I decided to play this game because I already had it. I already owned it, and I hadn't played too much of it, just a little bit. But it is a sequel to a game that was recommended to me on the 3DS, and I bought it. One of the very few games I ever bought on 3DS because I don't play handhelds. And I bought Pushmo. It's called Pushmo. The game is called Pushmo.
Okay.
And I bought Pushmo. And it is a puzzle game developed by Intelligent Systems and Nintendo. And it's really charming and good. It's really just unique.
Okay.
It's basically the conceit is you have to their puzzles are it takes place in this sort of isometric 3D view. Puzzles are large sort of pictures made out of various colored blocks. You push and pull the blocks out of the two-dimensional image in order to make your way to the top of the image.
Okay.
And you have to figure out the right path to do it. Otherwise, you'll have to start all over. It gets really, really, really hard. They made a sequel for 3DS called Crashmo. And then afterward, they made this sequel. This is the third game in the series, Pushmo World. This is the first console entry. And so this is a Wii U game. And
our first, I think.
Is it our first Wii U game
I believe
on the
so.
podcast? Interesting.
I'm not positive, but I think so.
I also got a new capture device, so I really wanted to test it at that time. And so we played Pushmo World, and it's really more Pushmo, which is great because Pushmo is an amazing game. I really am sad. Like I wanted this guy in Smash Brothers, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, he's a little pudgy sumo wrestler, marshmallow potato man, and like he is the most Nintendo-esque Nintendo character, you know.
All right.
But yeah, that's really all you need to know. So let's just watch Pushmo World.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so it's going to take me to this main screen, and Pushmo Park is where you can go and play the levels that you have unlocked thus far. So you can see they're giant murals of different items. So I just let's just play this one. I haven't played this game in probably a year and a half, so I don't remember how to solve any of the puzzles.
Okay.
So it's all new to me. So you can see this is Pushmo. That's our guy. And I can pull these blocks in and out. So the arrow button will make every block of that color come all the way out on the entire picture. I can also rewind time. You'll see more of that later. And that opened a hatch that was previously covered by another block. And so now I'm up here.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh. Oh, wow. All right.
You can rewind time to a specific point. You don't have infinite time rewinding abilities, but yeah. So it's a puzzle game that's all about kind of using three-dimensional space to its fullest.
I like this concept.
That's really cool. Yeah.
So I have to pull out the blocks all the way. So I'm going back a step and then forward a step, back a step, forward a step in order to make sure that I can make it all the way. So I want to get up here to this button because I figure that's probably important.
Okay.
And I don't know. I seem kind of lost in the flamingo here. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do.
Lost in the flamingo.
So you can zoom out with R and look around the entire puzzle. So I'm rewinding because I think I made a mistake. I see something down there I want to get to. So we're going to make a hop.
Can you fall to your death if you fall too far?
Oh, yeah. No. You can't die. I'm kidding.
I was going to say, this game seems too cute for that.
Yeah, no, you'll just fall down to the ground.
For death.
And so I got to pull that in one so I can reach this button. And open this hatch.
Oh.
And that'll take me up here.
There we go. You just have to pull his eye out, and then you'll be good.
You did it!
I made it! Yes.
Look at you.
You can brute force a lot of the puzzles by just sort of trying things, but it will take forever. So
you have to plan it, really.
Yes. Eggplant it, actually. But thank you. But yeah, you have to. It's better to plan it, as you'll see in this video, actually. So I gotta get to the top of the eggplant. Whenever I see a button, my first instinct is to just push the button.
Sure.
As soon as possible. And I'm like, well, I see another button in here. How do I get to it? I can't get to that button. Well, oh god.
Oh crap.
That button makes it go in. So
I see why the rewind is necessary.
Oh yeah. You will make lots of silly mistakes. The controls are really good, but I mean that doesn't preclude you from making bad jumps.
Sure.
So I mean, you've got to keep that in mind. And like here, I've kind of just screwed myself. I know I can't get up here unless I pull this out, but I can't get to the arrow if I pull it out. So everything just seems kind of insane. And I don't know why I haven't, like, at this point noticed the one thing I haven't done, which is foolish. Can you figure out what I haven't done, viewer?
Behind you!
Can you solve the puzzle? It's the bottom part of the eggplant, the other thing I haven't pulled out yet. I need to go do that, because I can't I can't do this. Alright. And every puzzle works on the same conceit. I'm pretty sure all the puzzles are 3 boxes out. Nothing ever gets any wider than that. So you can see.
Ah.
Yes. But what does that do?
Well, now you can't fucking... You still can't jump up there.
Now I feel a fool. What have I done?
This eggplant is a dick.
Right? This one's much harder than the flamingo. It's in the same difficulty level.
Man.
I picked it. I was like, I bet... I wanted to do some puzzles that weren't easy, but were probably doable for, a quick stream. And so this is like the medium difficulty. Some of the puzzles do get a lot harder than this. But so I just picked this. I did the flamingo, and it was really easy. And then I picked the eggplant. It was like one color, right?
Yeah.
It's all purple. Should probably be even easier.
What the hell?
It was not.
No.
I'm having a lot of trouble with it.
I don't know what you should do.
Right? So I'm going to make a breakthrough very soon, thankfully. But, that was not it. Cool. Don't even have to rewind for it, though, which is good. So I'm trying to pull it out. I don't know why. That was foolish. And you feel like you can probably make, like, corner jumps. You can't. The game is designed specifically so you can never make jumps like that.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's a little frustrating, yeah.
I mean, otherwise it would make it too easy.
I guess,
yeah. That makes sense, I suppose.
So, I'm kind of just, like, thinking, what do I need to do? Oh, wait a minute. The toy, right?
Oh.
I didn't have this little section pulled out. The whole time I was missing that little section.
It happens.
I didn't notice that either. So
right.
Don't feel too bad.
So I'm trying to make myself some steps. I want to make sure I have, hopefully some dual blocks that I can pull, so I can pull stuff out wider. And every level's got this jaunty little soundtrack. It's it's the same song, but it works because it's a puzzle game. I don't like
it's cute music, and it's not something that I think would terribly break your concentration.
Sure, yeah, it helps keep you a little focused. It's very puzzle game music.
Yeah.
So I decide I'll go back to Pushmo Park, and I want to show off the cool thing about the Wii U version. The one thing it has over the handhelds, which is not Papa Blocks, but instead is the World Pushmo Fair, where you can create and share your own levels.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is, wow. That's really kind of clever, actually, that they would think to implement that.
Sure, and some of the levels, like, people have done really neat designs. Like, the levels are insanely difficult when they do that, but, like, you can see those are drawn using the puzzles on the left.
Oh, man. There's Bowser.
Wow.
That looks hard.
It did. This Boo that looks like exactly like an SNES sprite.
Yep.
Bunch of Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, so I'm skipping those.
Donkey Kong Jr.
The DK Jr. looked like it was doable. Here's a Breath of the Wild Link.
That's kind of awesome.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna play the hard as hell.
Yeah. so let's give this one a shot. It was like 1-star difficulty or 2-star.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's so much to it.
Right? You'd think it'd be easy. I guess the player created song or levels have a different soundtrack. That's another jaunty, fun puzzle tune.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, no, this game is great. I can't recommend it enough. It's a cool level. It's a cool game because you can, and maybe this is why the handheld version was so successful. But it's just I can pick it up, play a couple levels, and then move on with my day.
Yeah.
So I'm realizing here that outside is not gonna get me up Link's face anymore. And I need to climb up Link's throat. Nope.
That is wrong, sir.
Yes, the outer line is not going to happen for me. No, I can't do that. Sorry, Pushmo. But wait, maybe I can.
Oh.
Look at this. I have just dislocated Link's chest and it worked out. So I'm like, now maybe I can climb up here. But where do I go?
Huh.
And I'm realizing very quickly, oh my gosh, pulling out this face does everything. There's so much to this.
Yeah.
How am I ever going to make it up Link's handsome face?
Talk to Zelda.
Where is Navi when I need her?
Right.
Oh, listen, I swear.
Right. So instead, I'm just like, well, can't do that. And I quit. But that's the end of my Pushmo playthrough for us here.
Yeah.
It's Pushmo, man. It's great.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. I would like to play that.
Yeah, that looks really cute.
It's on the WiiU shop. I feel like it's on sale like all the time too, for like $5 or something. So it's a good game.
Awesome. Cool. All right. I guess I'm up next. And I played a game. I downloaded a demo from Steam, so you can do the same if you end up liking this footage. Called Teslagrad, which is you play a little kiddo and you solve puzzles by you get these gloves and you can punch with magnetic polarities, and basically you do that to repel and attract things to help you get through these platform levels. And yeah, so that's really the best I can describe it. Let's just get right into it.
All right. Uh-oh, what just happened?
I paused it, I'm sorry. I fixed it. Alright. So the art's pretty.
Yeah,
I would say. The neat little art style. This looks like the opening of Demon's Crest.
Yeah, a little bit, at least level-wise.
Yeah. Well, now it doesn't, but I mean, it did. You were in a little arena.
Yeah. So I don't have my little my gloves yet. I have to get there, but So those little guys basically kind of act like magnets in and of themselves. But you have to kind of hit them. So this guy repels red.
Okay.
So you wait for him to walk and repel those little red blocks away, and you'll be good. I cut out where I changed the controls.
So are you Nikola Tesla in this game?
I don't know, but let's say I'm a tiny little Tesla.
Okay, you're like the boy Tesla.
Yeah.
Prior to all of his things being stolen by Edison.
Exactly, right. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't quite yet have the Edison rage.
Sure.
Yeah.
Don't worry, little Tesla. Elon Musk is gonna save you. He's gonna make everything better 100 years from now.
Yeah.
So you chasing ghosts? What's happening here?
I don't really fucking know what that thing is, but I'm following it because that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
And there's the Infinity Gauntlet right there.
You did
Oh,
it.
shit.
Yeah.
You win the Avengers.
I do. So there, I punched that, I gave it the blue polarity, and those blue blocks repelled it.
Okay, this is neat.
Yeah.
And now...
And there we go. Now I gave it the red polarity, and the red blocks repelled it.
So, like, is it just you punch it once for blue, twice for red?
It depends on the punching button that you use. Sort of like the portals in Portal.
Yeah. Okay.
So obviously you punch it with the opposite polarity to attract, and the same polarity to repel.
Right. Fucking magnets, how do they work?
Right?
And you always have this magnetic floating ability. This is just inborn into humans.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I touched the magnetic flower, and it it caused me to fly.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's just like hand-drawn?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I dig it. Whoa.
Yeah, so now I have a platform so I don't die when I walk over the electricity.
Alright, so what can you do to robots?
Okay, so that little guy, I haven't figured it out just yet, but you see that one up there is red, and we came in contact with blue ones at one point. That guy doesn't have a color.
Okay.
So maybe I need to give him one. Unfortunately, I let him walk away before I figured that out. So I have to wait. Oh, he touched it. Okay, he activated it. I guess I don't. That's not the part.
I guess you just made him blue, right?
I did, yeah.
Maybe he's default blue because blue's the best color?
Yeah, absolutely. Alright. I got the little red guy. And now I'm fading forward in time.
Okay.
So we got a new villain.
Little caterpillar.
Yeah. So that guy.
Oh, that you just completely crushed.
I did.
Holy cow.
Fuck the caterpillars, I guess. What did they ever do to you, Tesla?
They ain't butterflies yet.
Whose fault is that?
And they never will be.
Right?
Alright, so that guy's been made red. So obviously I need to make this platform blue. Nope. Red. Red, you idiot. There we go.
Oh, are there physics in this game?
There are. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. And here I am. Yay me.
You are doing things.
Yeah.
Alright, this seems like a fun little game.
Yeah.
It is. It's awesome.
Can you die?
You can.
What happens when you die?
You.
It says
you
Edison
die.
wins.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
no, I mean, do you like go back to the beginning of the level, or? Because it seems like it's an ongoing world instead of levels.
It is. No, you go back to a checkpoint. So
Okay.
basically, you go back to the last puzzle.
Gotcha.
So yeah. So I guess I had it wrong. The little spider guys give polarity, and you can give polarity to the caterpillar guys.
Okay. So that one's blue.
That one's blue. So I touch him, I become blue, so I can now crawl along this red thing for a minute.
Gotcha.
I don't want to touch him again, or I get repelled into the electricity, and that's no fun.
Okay.
Which is what I keep fucking doing, because I'm an idiot.
Punch him, make him red.
It won't let me.
Really?
Not here, not in this thingy.
Oh, shit.
Alright. Alright, so I'm good.
You're pushing this wall.
I don't know why I did that. But anyway.
It was cool, I liked it.
Yeah. And there's the Mario pipe.
Oh yeah, weird.
Enemies come out of, yeah.
So wait, how long does the polarity stay with you?
Only for a couple seconds.
Okay.
Blocks.
So you have to make it across that climb immediately, real fast.
Right, yeah.
Blocks they'll stay forever though, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Alright, so I've made it across, that was fun.
Man, this would make like a kickin' VR game.
Right?
Like if you made this in 3D and like you were just riding on like platforms that you polarize and stuff.
That'd be so much fun. And here we are at a boss.
There's bosses?
There's bosses.
In this puzzle game?
Yeah. So I walked into fire and died immediately.
Good job.
So
Excellent.
obviously I don't want to do that.
You're just like, oh boy, an incinerator.
I gotta kill these companion cubes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I like that the music gets vaguely like cartoony, sinister.
Yeah,
Right? So I haven't really fully figured out what the hell I'm supposed to do yet.
Yeah, it's like, why aren't you punching blue, dude?
Yeah. I get it eventually.
Yeah.
Take that, Truckosaurus.
So I died from his fire breath.
Wow.
Oh.
So one hit kills.
Yeah.
There was no warning of that fire breath.
No, not at all. Aw, shit. Aw, shit.
Dude, please fly in his mouth.
I contemplated it.
Then you get the special bonus level. And then you get to be Truckosaurus for the rest of the game.
Ah, fuck.
Whoa!
That sounds awesome.
Uh-oh.
What is the hitbox for that?
Luckily not too huge. Now he's slamming into the fucking level.
Blow him up.
I'm
Take this
trying.
sharp tooth.
Like, he has no fucking health. How many do I have to goddamn do?
Oh,
That many.
that's
No, more than that many.
oh god.
This is a little intense.
Right?
For the first goddamn boss.
I like this music. It's really cool.
Isn't
Music
it?
is great.
Like, I feel like for a lot of games, it would just be like, this would be, you know, the generic action figure or action movie music or whatever.
Yeah.
In like a parody scene, like I'm thinking like Conker's Bad Fur Day or something.
Yeah.
But like this takes it, this kind of uses it the way it's supposed to be used, and it works.
Yeah, no,
You got him.
he's dead. I killed it. I killed Truckosaurus.
Good job.
Here lies Truckosaurus. He was a dick.
The dream is dead.
So,
Dinosaurs are no more. You did it. How do you feel about it?
fantastic. I'm
Making the dinosaurs extinct.
going to NASCAR land, I guess. So I got some boots.
Okay.
And I haven't figured out what they do yet, but I'm about to. This demo, by the way, is super long. I played the entire thing. So I can dash through shit. I can kind of phase through things.
This seems kind of like a Metroidvania-ish game.
It is a little bit, yeah. Just less backtracking in what I played, anyway. And there's actually a pretty good amount more after this, but this is kind of where I cut it out. Because we're at 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But for a modern day demo, it was actually pretty long. You could play for a good two to 3 hours if you really wanted to on it, and it's free on Steam right now.
That game seems pretty fun. How much is it? How much is it to actually just buy it?
I believe like $14.
Okay,
so it's not too bad. Yeah.
Right on.
All right, Nikki, you're up.
I played a Steam game called The Room.
Okay.
As I mentioned last week, it's not like the Oh Hi Mark, The Room, but like it's a puzzle game where you're kind of locked in this attic and you have to pick your way through the different boxes and whatnot that they give you to eventually escape, and all the while you're kind of uncovering letters from this crazy scientist who's trying to figure out like the secrets of the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, let's get into it.
The Room.
So I jump right into the middle of the video because I played for a long time. I sped up the video quite a bit because the gameplay was a little slow, which I mean is fine when you're playing, but it would have been a little much, I think, for everybody to watch. Yeah. So I just lit up a thing and I spun a thing and I got a piece of thing. And hey, it fits there. Go ahead.
I've played the phone version of this.
Yeah.
And it's a very fun game.
No, I really enjoyed it.
How did the controls work on PC?
So I wasn't using a mouse. I was using the trackpad on my laptop. And I think, it was. I think it would have been a lot smarter for me to have used my mouse, but it wasn't so terrible on the trackpad. There are things that I think I cut out where you see me just like struggling to move a mechanic in the direction that I wanted it to, because you were at an angle and you're on the trackpad, so you're dragging your finger across it, and it wasn't working the way I wanted it to.
Sure.
Yeah. So I have like a crank, and I've got this thing that I forget the name of, and hey, putting it there did something.
Oh man.
It lit up a light and caused this button
you have a gauge
thing to show up. Yeah, a gauge. I'm like, okay. And you can't really hear it. I guess I'm having that problem where that's okay because I sped it up, so the audio would sound terrible anyway. But it's ticking, and so I'm like, oh, maybe something's happening. Hey, another gauge popped up, and the ticking starts again, and so I'm like, I should wait this out, which is a stupid choice.
I'm reminded of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Yeah.
And now I'm having flashbacks.
This is like a room escape meets Mist.
Right?
It does seem a little misty, yeah.
And so I know that crank fits there because that little end piece is square, and that tiny little thing that I'm trying to get it into is also square. But there are mechanics where sometimes you have to twist the key in order to get it to fit the lock.
Oh,
and
God.
so I'm like, oh God. We see that a little bit in a few minutes. But I got it to work eventually. And
oh man.
Yeah, so then you get things like this.
Demon portal.
Right. There's this symbol that repeats throughout the game in a lot of letters that you encounter. So I know like what generally I have to build, or try not to build, but try to get it to display. And this is a little difficult with the trackpad. But I mean, I get it.
It's touchy anyway.
Yeah.
Like in the mobile version, it's like I think I played The Room 2, maybe. Mm-hmm. But it's you still have to do the same thing, and it's touchy to get it to form the exact shape.
I imagine that would be extremely tough on a touch screen.
I feel like it would be easier than the trackpad, though.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, this looks like a monster.
I mean, there were times where I was getting a little frustrated. Sure.
Trackpads generally aren't good for gaming, just kind of period.
Like I played Civilization on a trackpad, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And for some reason, after I did this, I was like, wait, it doesn't look like a map piece. Why would I fit that there? Even though the shape is kind of similar-ish. And then I cut some stuff out because I was like, man, where is this shape? And then eventually I found it.
Man.
So
you found a thing. A spyglass?
Found like a telescope.
Okay.
Looking through it doesn't really show me much right now. For some reason, though, when I was playing through this, I clicked it like a bunch, and so I cut that out because I was like, why am I doing this over and over? I don't need to see this 3 or 4 times. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't really think of anything to do. I'm going to try to do the gauge thing again.
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, it's ticking. That's probably not an indicator that I should sit there and watch. So I find the other gauge, and I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on here. And I click the button. And did something happen? I don't know. Oh, wait, does that look different? Maybe I fucked up? I don't know.
It's a different gauge, maybe? Yeah, there's only one button this time.
I honestly don't remember. This was like a long time ago. Oh yeah, no, that opened. And
cool.
So this is a key that is a really great example of what I was just talking about, because.
Wow! What?
Wow.
It has to fit in that hole, and I mega sped this up because it took me like 15 minutes to do, because no matter what I did, it said, this doesn't fit. And eventually I even looked up, like in a walkthrough, what to do, because I'm like, this looks like I have it. So I don't know what more I could be doing.
Sure. This looks vaguely swastika. I don't like it.
It is kind of vaguely swastika. But eventually, the shape that I'm 100% sure I started with fit. So I'm like, okay, great. So, okay, it looks like another eyepiece. And there was, at the beginning of the video, there was a place where I had put like a differently shaped eyepiece. And so I go back eventually and try to see what can be done with it there.
Man, there's a lot to this table puzzle. Like, I imagine there's so much more in this room other than this table.
Yeah. Oh, no, before I was given, like, a box with, like, you had to turn this part of the puzzle to open, but then once you, like, would line up lines on the turny box, you would slide a marble, and you'd have to get the marble to the other side of the box by turning the thing. It was a lot. So I have... And, like, the box is opened a little bit, and, like, I'm sliding some things. And as I'm sliding the things, you can't really hear it, but every so often I'm hearing, like, ching, 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 ching. So, something's happening. And so I use my eyepiece, which shows me, like, Voodoo World. And, and so I start tinkering. And lo and behold, cool stuff happens.
Ah, it's a planetarium.
Yeah.
Man, it seems like there would be cool music here.
The music wasn't bad. It's like...
It's ambiance, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh.
Pretty much exactly that.
Oh.
Well, then I'm probably
for you.
Oh.
Matt's doing an excellent job of him.
Yeah, I wrote the songs for Room.
You did, yeah. I was there.
Yeah.
So... I'm just sitting here trying to think, okay, what do I do?
What's left to do?
And then I remember I couldn't see anything before with that eyepiece.
But maybe you can now.
And so I pause here because, I'm like, okay, I got to try to remember this. But then I'm like, it's an X with a longer tail on the right side. So not too complicated to remember.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And sure enough, that opens something. And there's a letter. I don't know how fast the video is going. If there's going to be time to read it, probably not.
No.
There we go.
And so another piece of the map, another thing opens. And I'm like, okay, let's see if I can find something else to do.
Like, I would kill for one of these things, like, in real life in front of me.
Right? That'd be awesome. And I noticed this little slidey thing, but it tells me, I don't think you're at this point yet.
Should focus on this side of the box for now.
Yeah.
And that's where,
and that's where I ended, because at that point I'd been playing and recording for like 40 minutes. So.
Sure.
Right on.
I mean, I went to go, I was pretty sure this game was on sale right now.
It is.
I went to go look it up, and when I clicked on it, it said, you have 33 hours in this game.
Oh, wow.
It's okay. It's okay. I have way more and way worse games. So...
Well, it's on sale right now for like $1.47.
Yeah. I think it's 24 now. They lowered it.
What?
Wow.
Like, I literally just checked the price maybe 20 minutes ago. Did they lower it since then?
It's $1.24.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, maybe yours has like California tax or something.
Yeah. Oh no, it says $1.24.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a pretty fun game.
And I mean,
definitely worth
at that price, right? You should. I mean, normally it's like $4.99, and I bought it because I was on like a list of best puzzle games, and it was like, check out this one. It's cheap and it's really awesome. And I was like, I can toss $5 at this, and
right.
I didn't regret it. I think it's a really fun game. I will probably go back and finish it. So,
right on. Cool. This rarely happens, but we all played good games.
We all had good games.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, man.
That's never gonna happen ever again.
No one gets the shit game award.
Yeah. Let's say that you did, Cody.
Me?
Because I'm sure that Nikola Tesla at one time had to take a shit.
That's true. You're probably right.
And the rest of our games, like Nikki's protagonist could be anything. Mine is a sumo potato. So, like, there's no way they defecate. But your guy, oh, man.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
A man who shits.
Shits in different polarities. It's a mess.
Gross. I'll tell you. Never mind. Don't tell me how that works.
I don't need the details.
Yeah.
Fecal matter is real, says the chat. Fecal matter is real.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we go ahead and call this episode over, Matt, what are we playing next time?
I don't know. What are we playing next time? What do you want to play?
I don't know. You were real excited about the theme last time.
No, I know. That's why I'm asking you. What do you want to play?
I know. Yay!
Oh.
Yeah, because it's co-op week, guys.
Awesome. Oh, I love co-op weeks. Those are great.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I feel like it's been a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah. It was last time we were in California.
Okay, that technically counted, I guess. So a little over a year. Maybe under a year.
Like
about a year.
Months.
About a year, yeah. But yeah, so we will be playing games that we can play together.
Right on. So there'll be a lot of editing involved for the final project,
okay.
But
it's always a good episode.
Oh, it always is. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to see all of our gameplay, then you gotta watch us live because there's going to be a lot of crap that we're going to be cutting out. So tune in 2 weeks from today. Let's see, when is that? That is
the 9th, I think.
Yep, the 9th.
No.
No, the 8th.
Oh no, that's interesting timing.
Is that not good? Do we need to move it?
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk.
Well, you can watch us. Subscribe to my Twitter, and I'll give the actual date. But you'll want to.
What is your Twitter, Cody?
It is in the lower third, which is right.
I'm blind
here,
and I can't read it. What is your Twitter, Cody?
At Edoc Namelock, YDOCNAMELOC.
Listen, Blindy.
Yeah.
Why are you watching this stream?
Exactly.
None of this can possibly appeal to you.
I'm watching it with my ears.
Okay,
wow.
Yeah. If we're on in the background for some reason.
Our dulcet tones.
Subscribe to at Edoc Namelock on Twitter, and I will give the actual time we will be recording. And you can tune in and watch us play a bunch of stuff. Or alternatively, you can just subscribe to our channel, and you will get emailed when we go live.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's it. All right, everybody, have a good time. I'm Cody Coleman. With me, as always, is Nikki Wright and Matt Crua. Till next time, don't die.
No.
Matt, what should they do?
They should keep on blowing.
I believe that is true.
I believe it too. From my heart of hearts and my fart of farts.
That's where we're ending.